Welcome back. Is this guy just gonna sit here and watch? They've been doing it for a while now. I need a nose ring for some reason. Haven't played any of the minigames in a while. One of the things that kind of put me off it was it took so much time to do last time. It was like an entire episode. There. Incapable of reproducing without being pierced. Haha! I like how they gave every single gem a different description too. Look at that, these make so much money. So I have it here, it's not like it fits the theme or anything. See us! What is your problem? No! Yeah, you see? The outside world is scary, so why are you kept in captivity? Run. Run to safety. There you go. See? What I'm doing is good for you. Dude, wake up, lazy pig. Oh. What just happened on the right there? Oh, I want to get a Candary for this garden too. So I don't know if Candaries actually do anything, but it's just a dragonfly probably.
Lottie doesn't want you to know this.
Oh yeah.
But you can make your own fertilizer. One of the bug piñatas can help.
Yeah, tafflies can turn rotten food into rotten fruit into fertilizer. Tail. I don't know if I'll go for Master Mermaid or with these guys, just like out of a lack of interest. Like it makes sense thematically, sure, to like breed lots of them and all that. Not that there'd really be space for them. But at the same time, like, I don't really feel like spending time doing it. It's not like I need the money. I'm not sure this makes physical sense.
On really rare occasions, special piñatas are born. They look different than normal and are a sign of good luck.
Don't you dare call that luck. That takes work to do. I don't need Leafos patronizing me. Never heard an egg called Pudgy. Alright. Okay. In that case, I still don't know how to get moose pants or anything, so I'm still missing a lot of the piñatas I want here. What am I trying to do here now? Like, I've read these guys. Is there anything else I want to do here? What were you doing out there? I feel like I get less honey lately. Yeah, still no goobas or moozapans, so it's kinda... Well, I'd like to figure out how to turn these guys into something else. I can look at a list of things they could potentially eat.
Afternoon,
Just
come
as an
on
idea.
in. Big spenders welcome. Window shoppers, not so much.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be something you can't really guess very easily. None of these really seem like something I would obviously make like a Hogwarts. Not that I can see. Yeah. Alright, we'll have to see if Leafos ever tells us something that seems helpful or anything like that.
Storkos has had to.
Unless I just one day start looking things up.
Goobas will not romance without their fleece. I think they get shy.
I think someone don't want to animate them without their fleece. But yeah, tell me how to get a Goobak.
I've got 2 brothers and a sister. Rorios are like Piñata royalty. So, maybe you need a garden valuable enough for a king.
I've already figured that part out. But I actually won't tell you hints that that either aren't applicable because you don't have the pianos they apply to, or that are for things you already know things about. What's she doing just there?
Storkos thinks she.
Give up your intel. Leave us. What are you doing?
I don't know why Cedos wants to live.
So as soon as I try to interact with her, she does something ridiculous.
I'm sure people would like Cedos more.
I don't really need more seeds these days.
If I'd been a boy when I was born, Dad was going to call me Didos. Our names are also weird. They're the kind of names that you see in a computer game or a cartoon or something.
Finger lady.
Cedos is my... Sometimes piñatas can lose some parts when they go to a party. Don't worry, they get patched up in Piñata Central before they come home.
As opposed to after. I mean, it seems kind of... I would think it's strange if they didn't lose parts. Yeah, I don't think I can just, like, button mash on her and just hope to get something that's useful, though. So I'll probably sell this guy once they're mature. And other than that... I'll leave this garden again for the time being. Still pending getting more piñatas that would be useful for me. Finally, at least the corner doesn't bug me here anymore since I have a reason to just get rid of it. But yeah, we'll probably get rid of some more blocks on here as necessary. Just to make more space for other things. Still might prove very, very difficult to have enough room, but we'll see what we can do. May have to shrink this chicken coop type of thing a lot as well. Then I will eventually be able to add the train or something here as well.
I'm still open. Come
Hopefully.
in and take the weight of
I don't know where else I'd ever
chocolate
put it,
coins off your
so...
shoulders.
And I do want to see it.
There's
Okay. Yeah, this is definitely not a very, like, pristine, like, polished factory farm. This is a very, cool. They go away. This is a very, dirty, rundown farm. As long as everything works. No. You're not trapped. I think the next place... I don't think there's really anything for you to do yet, still, in, the water garden. Not quite. I still don't have much in the way of water piñatas to do stuff with there. I still need candidaries somehow. I'm still not sure what the problem was there. I may have to just look that up or something. I mean, I got a hint from Levos saying that you basically need to give a spearmint a particular... You need to give a spearmint a particular seed. Just gonna stand there, dude? And it didn't really seem to do anything. Which was very, very strange. Gotta get this guy back in. I don't know if we want to build a new... Dude, no? Get in here. I don't know if you want to start a new garden yet or not. So, my next idea is just a snow garden. That or a jungle one, but I'm more interested in a snow one right now. The thing is, though, I still don't really know what to do with it. Like, the theme to make it or anything. I guess it is what it is. I think what I'll do is this episode I'll just... Haha, snow. This episode I'll just make a garden covered in snow. And then we can decide after that what to do. First we need to name it. Can't change the name of the garden for some reason. In fact, you can't even decide to like delete a garden from here as far as I can tell. It's kind of strange. Alright, it's a very generic name. That can be turned into whatever you want afterwards. Oh no. I'm trying to remember. Darn it. 1 second, give me a second. Alright, the name is not as interesting as I thought it was. Or as obviously snow related, but I'll work with it. Jamboree. Not even gonna bother seeing what that's referencing. Now then. Yeah. Still don't know why that's a thing every time. Oh yeah, and all these things have to sell every time. I always forget that. Oh fine, do whatever you... Yeah, come and help me out. Or just do that. You jerk. I feel like I was gonna be helpful. Thought that ruffian was gonna do something for me. Like, help me tear all this stuff down. I always forget. They give you all these things. And I never like it. Not only do you have to get rid of it, for one. Toad. Wait.
My head's spinning.
It gives you so much money. Alright, hold on. Everyone go away. Don't want any of you. Why is there another ruffian already?
Doc Patch may seem like a bumbling fool, but he's very well qualified.
Seriously, they were just here. I don't know what determines what, What ruffians come win and all that. Oh, whoops, I don't have anything to sell anymore, do I? Ah. Lottie? Save me.
Here to now. Don't.
Oh, I am, don't you worry. So much money for free from, just from making a garden. Like, early game, you really could grind a lot this way. Dude, I have literally nothing here. Like, go ahead, do your worst. What's he gonna do?
I've been looking for a console and a game to keep my... Don't listen to Petula. She's always making stuff up and gossiping. How could anyone like her?
Nothing's come up with anything to do.
Bart said he could cure 2 in 1 or something. We were talking about toadstools and profiteroles at the time.
He just runs away, that's funny. 2 in 1, toadstools and profiteroles. Hold on. Oh, wait. Don't sour profiteroles, though, just have to eat... Let me remember. I think it's just referring to toadstools getting turned into mushrooms. And sour profiteroles needing to eat toadstools? Okay, no, not toadstools. Mushrooms? Was that it? Yeah, okay. So that explains that. Okay. Well, evidently the ultimate defense against, against Pester is just to not have anything for him to mess up in the first place. But like I said, well, we're already over time, but I'll fill everything in and snow everything up. And then next time we can get started on doing the more interesting stuff in this garden. I'm thinking I'll probably have at least like a little pond or lake type of thing here, like maybe a little bit more than I usually have. Not just like a puny pond like the size of this one, but like a decent portion of this being water, but not to where it's like a water garden per se. I wish it'd be like frozen over or something, but fortunately that's not an option. I just kind of wish you could have hills or something as well. So one thing I like to fix in this game is, in the first game, to get the corners you actually had to shrink the cursor. Yeah, you don't have to do that in this one. That's nice. Alright. So finally we'll see what it's like having a bunch of snow somewhere. And by that I mean somewhere that's not up in the Arctic. This is going to take a little bit of time though. We need a grass and snow equivalent of the crate in the first game, where people would use that to get rid of the hardened soil. I guess I'd rather... I don't know if I like... And both games are kind of annoying when you start a new garden because there's stuff you have to fix up. In the first game you have to deal with all the dry soil. In this game you have to sell all the stuff that's already there. Or destroy it or something, but selling it's the fastest way. And that gives you money you might not necessarily feel fair collecting. At least I don't. So the first game wasn't too big a deal if you just bought a crate to get rid of all the hard soil. It was annoying if you tried to do it all with a shovel because It's really, not only would it take longer, but it would also be difficult to not miss little spots. The crate would take care of everything in like 2 minutes. And not really leave anything behind. Which is really nice. Alright, but finally we'll have a whole new class of piñatas to do stuff with, all the frozen ones. Frozen? Oh, the... I almost said ice. All of the Arctic piñatas. Very strange wording here. Would still like to deal this one last sour piñata, but I need to figure out how to get a Hogwarts first. I'm not really sure what to do to experiment on that. I assume you get them from ashberries, but I don't know how. Especially since Summer Mallow Wolf, it makes sense that the piñata that they'd want to eat would be a more advanced one. One that you had to get in a special way. Like a transformation. So just being any old piñata that you get, however. Almost there. It does look kind of weird at night. It looks quite pretty during the day. Oh, the snow. And of course, we've discovered too, it actually starts snowing rather than raining. When the weather gets interesting. If you're on snow, which is cool. So I don't know if just having snow in your garden alone will make anybody appear. Evidently not. So far. Which makes sense. I mean, you already have the Arctic for any more generic tundra-like piñatas anyways, so makes sense that snow alone wouldn't do much. Sand did make something appear, I think, earlier on, but that was not actually a desert piñata per se, even though it was a piñata that liked sand. Still wish I could have had a more tropical type of garden as well. But oh well. Alright, well it looks kind of weird in this lighting, but oh. I was not even able to break that myself if I wanted to. See DOS.
Hello, I'm Cedos.
See DOS. That was interesting. Carrot. Alright, cool. Well, I'll be daylight in a minute. So I can at least maybe wait until that to see something more interesting. Put down some snowy things. Put down some snowdrops. Did that work? Actually, it's some rather expensive fertilizer, but just apply the same usual wet-looking visual on the snow, which doesn't look quite right, but sure. Looks fine on dirt or on grass or on sand, but not quite here. Okay. This is gonna be our start for our place. Okay, and I'll make a pond. Like a potentially fairly sizable one. There you go. See, that looks pretty interesting. Actually, it looks kind of icy too. That's interesting. Definitely looks a bit different than I thought it did in the water garden. Looks like you can actually see like stuff underneath it too, like bits of stuff like trapped in the ice. It looks a lot more like actual ice than just snow. You can see a snowy pattern here. You see like a kind of leafy looking pattern in the snow, the same way you do on the grass. But there's also ice everywhere. I like that. Okay. The next time, I guess we'll probably go out and catch some piñatas out in the big Arctic. Maybe I should look at other labels about it at some point, but I probably won't change it. And we'll see where things go from there. That should occupy us for a while. And I'll give some last minute efforts to see if I can come up with anything more interesting for this place than just kind of like, snow, ice, a little bit of water. But I doubt if I can think of anything much more. And I don't know of any like decorations that the game gives us that looks fitting in a place like this, for instance. Like, there are ideas that I think would be fun, but nothing that I think I would figure out how to represent in this game. Oh well, we'll see. Bye everyone.